All right, Porsche 935, the 2019 edition, Championship Limited Time Series, Tier 15. We've gone through the 14 tiers pretty quickly, thanks to that instant service, but that has expired since. And 3 more gold trophies to win. Otherwise, you would have to pay 145 gold to skip. So let's not do that. All right, we got Endurance at Nürburgring Grand Prix, Speed Snap at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, and the Cup, of course, is going to be at the Monza Junior course. We'll start from left and work our way to the right. Let's see what kind of distance I need to cover. 10.2 kilometers. Would that put my car in red? Not if I have my, full service bars, but I do have a few that was used up from tier 14, of course, because the timer was running out on the instant service bar as I was running through tier 14. I started that tier with the cup race first because I knew I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to run through, so but I did know Cup was gonna put the car in red for sure. 3-lap Grand Prix race generally will do it, unless you're racing one of those fancy new Formula One cars in motorsports, right? And then those guys don't use up nearly as much service bars, which is kind of nice. I wish that were the case for the rest of the game, but it isn't. What are you gonna do? Alright, so 10 kilometers in terms of distance target should be pretty easy, especially with the cars that with this caliber of performance. Let's see. A lap around Nürburgring Grand Prix seems like maybe around 5 kilometers, a little bit more than 5. Okay, 4.5 is right at the mouth of that final chicane before the last right-hander final curve, and that brings us to about 5 kilometers and change. So for 10.2, we're gonna need about 2 full laps. Maybe a little bit before, possibly. We'll try to stay on track so we can minimize the wear and tear on this car, since I am trying to see if I can run through this without needing to service it another time. Right. 7.5 kilometers down, another 3 to go or so, and we got about a minute to kill, so I think we should be pretty comfortably hitting the target at this point. And if you've been bot training, you can bring your target distance down to like 1.7 kilometers. That's at least in recent days, that's the shortest distance that I've seen for endurance race target distance. In the past, you were able to bring it down like to 1.1 even sometimes, kilometers, that is, not miles. But I haven't seen that distance target that is short, in a while. So, all right, do I have to go over the finish line? Not quite. Right before, perfect. That gets us right to the target for the win. All right, and that would be what? Gold trophy number 43 out of 45 we need to win this car. some 2,600 fame points for traveling about 10 kilometers here at Nürburgring. More importantly, see how many service bars does it take? About 10 service bars. All right, so I think I have just right amount left as long as I can win whatever the next one was. Speed Snap, yeah, that should be a pretty quick one. So it should not require taking out multiple service bars here. And skipping cost down to 125 gold, which is exactly 125 more than I want to spend. All right, Speed Snap. Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. Where does that take place? It happens at the top of the hill, doesn't it? We start like right at the beginning, like, entrance into the hill, and it's gonna be the 2 corners after. Right. So it's all about how well you handle. So this first corner is irrelevant, really. It's all gonna be about how you handle the corner at the end of this little downhill. Target is 252. With the number of upgrades that I have on this car, I'd expect skidding is generally a bad idea, but do I have enough here? Just maybe? That's what you get for skidding. That was a crucial point where I skidded, it seems like. All right, so off by 0.27 kph, or no, 0.32 kph. All right, that's pretty close, but close doesn't cut it. All right, so really got to make this one happen. So this is gonna kind of target you get. Of course, if you don't bot train, after 75% completion, I more or less stopped, kind of slowing down the bots. I went flat out. All right, this one didn't skid. Should make it easier. Ooh, 258. Look at that. So yeah, even though 259 and upwards. Yeah, even though, you know, like the actual cornering felt a little bit slower, but the fact that, you know, you didn't skid when you're supposed to be accelerating definitely helps. All right, so that does it. Oh, ever so slightly does put the car in red, but I don't think that's enough to really make any difference in terms of winning this final cup here. So trophy 45 is the final one left between me here and the car plus 30 gold and some 100,000 racing dollars. Or if you want to skip once again, it's going to be 105 gold. Nah, we're not going to do that. All right, PR 88.8 is the entry requirement for this cup, which you can reach. As you can see, I got 88.9. If you didn't get a chance to see my overview video where I went over the cost and all that stuff, I'll just kind of review it one more time here. Basically, 3 upgrades across the board. Tier 1, racing dollar. Tier 2, gold, where you spend some 440 gold. And then tier 3, racing dollars again. And that should get your PR up to 88.9. That's gonna be the cheapest way to get this done. Yes, and then yes, you do win 75 gold here from this event. And I'll make a separate video for the bonus series this car's featured in. Peak Porsche Performance, where there's some 79 gold to be had if you 100% complete it. And this is the only car that can do the 100% because of the PR requirement there. But we'll talk about that in another video for that one. But for now, let's get going with this 7-lapper Monza Junior Cup in the morning. Alright, and there are 3 official liveries available for this car. All three of which we see here: the white finish, black finish, and the red finish. It's pretty cool. And the black one looks just like the original, right? The 1979, maybe? Alright, and I'll try to keep it clean. No guarantee. But I'll at least put some effort into keeping things clean. And then maybe I will also cycle through some different plane modes. Like the chin to the pavement view. Very cool. Inside, mice or men. Those are pretty fast bots. About as fast as they come in this game. Oop, a little bit of contact. Whoa! Not used to driving in the hood view. I have a feeling that we're going to start encountering some slower traffic towards the later laps. Alright, and the next lap we'll try the cockpit view. And then I'll try to cut on the inside. I actually feel like my brake's not working at all there. That's the thing about these views, aside from the chase view. Chase view, you can definitely see when you're braking because the brake lights, you can see unless they're busted, like getting rear-ended or something. But these views, sometimes I do wonder if the finger tap is not registering, especially if I'm like multi-tapping, like after I switch the screen. So you can see there, the tail light on the wings. This is where we have the brake lights for this car. Alright, so P3, where are the leaders? They're making their way through Parabolica about now. Yes, there they are. Darkness and Rattlesnake, and they are getting stuck behind the slower traffic as I anticipated. Alright. Yeah, they do struggle. The AI struggles quite a bit when it comes down to getting around the slower traffic, and apparently I struggle with just not running into them. Alright. P1 with about lap and a half to go here. Boy, Rattlesnake's still stuck in the behind the traffic. It looks like he might have just gotten around or not. Alright, so about what, 37-second lap. Alright, whoa, I totally missed that braking point. You be my brake instead. And didn't I say no guarantee? I was going to keep it clean, but what can I say? Old habits die hard. All right. And the final, that was less than impressive looking finish. But You know what? Poor style does not take away from still winning the car. As long as you win that P1 gold trophy, it's all good. 4 minutes 35 seconds and change. All right. And we had some, yeah, competitive. Look at that. The best lap time from the flag bots are not that far behind. 38 seconds and change. 38,195 from Darkness. That's pretty good. Until they got stuck in the traffic. That's the thing about these short circuits with high lap count is you know you're bound to start lapping some of these slower bots, and then yeah, the AI just gets stuck, which of course works in our favor. Let's put the car in for service, and here it is one more time. The review of the upgrades, 3 across the board on in every category. And yeah, for the cost of 440 gold, 75 of which we do get back for completing the series. And since we already, I guess, collected 45 of it, here's the remaining 30. So let's pick that up. And the grand prize, the big prize, of course, for the limited time series is the car itself, because that is the, 850 gold worth. All right, so there it is, a new car or new old car. Pretty cool. All right, so that will do it for this limited time series playthrough. So if you've been watching through my videos, thanks for tagging along for the ride. And yeah, we'll pick up in the next video. Maybe we'll review the bonus series. We'll see. Stay tuned. All right, take care, guys.